Morning, everyone. Excuse the background. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff in my apartment, so that's a backdrop for another project, but I am so happy that you guys have tuned in. I recently started acquiring a few different purchases from Sephora. So everything has come in, and I figured I would do like a get ready with me, first impressions, haul type of video. So let's get ready for work. I'll put the products down below. With this mirror, y'all, I mean, this, yeah, I guess it's a mirror, this vanity that I made. You guys won't see anything. It'll just wash out every product that I have. Okay, so I just did a little bit of color correcting with this LA Girl Pro Concealer in, orange, and right now I'm going to conceal these bags under my eyes with a little bit of It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in the shade, what is this, Deep? Yeah, this is Deep, which a little bit goes a long way. And my bags aren't even that bad, like, what? But I still do it because I like having the extra coverage and people thinking I'm super awake instead of not barely. Foundation. I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Chestnut. The magical unicorn shade for cocoa ladies everywhere. But no, seriously, this one is always sold out. Which is like, it's dope that it's always sold out, right? Like, there's a shade that works for a lot of people. That's really not, it's really awesome. So I'm using this shade in the shade Chestnut. I just picked up the shade Truffle though as my contour shade. So this shade looks really good on the outside of my face, but I like to go in with the black opal. This is a stick foundation, cream stick foundation in the shade Truly Topaz, and go under my eyes because it's a little too dark for my eyes, but this gives me some depth to my face, which I like. I like having a little depth, a little contour, a little highlight, a little something, something. But I like this foundation. For work, it's totally cool. I'm not really, gonna be out and about. I'm not going to the club. I'm not, I'm just like wearing something to work. So, in that sense, it works really well. When I'm done, I'll post a photo of what I look like, not in crazy lighting. So take what you see with a little grain of salt. But yeah, I really like this foundation. I have been going out every day though with this super glamorous contour, and I wish I had friends that knew enough about makeup to tell me to stop doing that. Because I've been rocking this deep cocoa shade, and it is a good contour shade, but if you're doing like an everyday contour, you only want something that's about 3 shades darker than your actual skin tone. So that's the shade that I just picked up. Something a little less dramatic for the office, because all I ever do is work and like go to brunch, so I don't need to look as snatched as I've been looking in the past. So yeah, this is the shade Truffle. So it's a little bit darker than my face, right? See if you guys can. This is more realistic than going outside of my apartment looking snatched like every day. Powders wise, I want to set that stick foundation basically. This is from Sleek Makeup. It's a pressed powder, superior coverage in the shade Brown Velvet. So let's see what that looks like. It's a little light, but I don't want to use something so dark that it's just like contour, contour, contour. And I don't want to use something so light that you're like, oh, she looks ashy. She looks a lot darker and a lot ashier than she did. Gotta set my face. That was really weird. Sorry. I gotta set my face. So I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Deep. I bought the little baby like trial size of the not deep one. It's okay. I'm hoping that this works out though. I will say that much because I don't use that translucent powder now because it's okay. So please don't be everywhere. Cool. So it comes with this little protective thingamajig on it. Pull that back. I really shouldn't need too much. See if I can get a nice little swatch going. You guys might not be able to see that. So yeah, it just kind of fades into nothing, which is awesome. That's what we want. So just put some on the top here. I'll see if you guys can see that. So it's a nice rich color. I'm just gonna give this a little swirl, a little buff. It's kind of what it, see if I can, see if you guys can see that. There we go. It's kind of what it turns into. So, ooh, I'm gonna go in with a different brush, but my first impression is that I like it. I mean, the formula for the regular kind was dope. Like, it was a good formula. It's just that white cast. Look, I'm less shiny. I look less crazy. That white cast was like, no joke. You put on too much. So I'm just taking, this is an Eco Tools brush, but I like my look today. I go on the cheeks a little bit more. Just extra duper super set that. I think I look nice today, you guys. I look like natural, more natural than like that crazy contour, but also put together, which is all I'm going for. Just put together for work. So, products I've left. I have this highlighter from Black Up, and I've got this Sephora liquid luminizer, these luminizer drops. So, I have had terrible luck with finding highlighters. They either show up like ashy or white or gray, or the color just wears to nothing, and I've got glitter streaks on the side of my face. So when I was in Sephora, I asked my now friend, we bonded over highlighters, because part of me wants to put on a highlighter and get that nice little, like, not even like this like nice almost whitish color to the skin, but I find that a lot of gold highlighters show up better, which makes sense. But I still want to have that option. So I was asking her to basically run around the store and help me. And I think it was really eye-opening for her, because we would swatch stuff on my hand. Guys, I have a great complexion for swatching stuff on my hand. Everything looks beautiful, and then you stick it on these little eyelids, just like, nah, girl. I showed up down here, but I'm not coming to party up here. Like, you're not gonna see me here, you're not gonna see me here. What is this? And so I think for her as a sales associate, it was eye-opening, just because I don't think she necessarily realized how hard it is to find like a good highlighter for darker skin tones in a Sephora. And I know that there are a lot of brands that are sold elsewhere that make great highlighters. I'm a Sephora girl. I just am. So it was nice to like share that experience with her. But I didn't find like a whitish light kind of highlighter, but I did find some gold ones that I really like, and I haven't been pleased with the gold ones that I purchased up until now. So this is from Black Up. I've never tried them before. I think they used to be Black owned. They're not anymore. There's some shenanigans with that. But this is in this shade. I'm gonna put it somewhere, maybe down below, because I'm not gonna say it aloud. So this is an IT Cosmetics fan brush. Angle the head a little bit. This is how I apply my stuff. So it's just nice and light. I like makeup I can wear to work. So you can kind of see it. That's one side. No, nothing. These drops. So these drops are awesome. And I don't think, her name's Kristen. I don't think Kristen had tried this on dark skin before, but when she saw it, she was like, yo, chill. This looks amazing. So these are luminizing drops. They come with this cute little dropper. They're from Sephora. I'm gonna use the littlest bit. And I don't think you guys are gonna, you can see it a little bit, but I'm just gonna put it right where I put my highlighter. Put like a drop. Put the littlest bit. And then you're just gonna take that and Just kind of rub it in a little bit. So again, this is very, very light. It's taking off a little bit. Look at that. It's taking off a little bit of my makeup, but nothing crazy. So it's just really light, really subtle. It's showing up pretty dramatically on my hand. But I like light makeup for work that just gives you a nice clean aesthetic. So I could go ham and put more of that on, but I'm not going to. Next up is this Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So I meant to try this yesterday, but I was so overwhelmed with the colors in here that I just kind of had to take a step back and say, you know what, we're gonna do this one tomorrow, because I didn't know what look I wanted to create. So I still don't know what look I want to create. I'm really excited about this palette. So I do know I need to prime my eyes, so I'm gonna quickly do that. One more product that I'm gonna test out today, and then a product I'll have to do at another time. So this is the product I'm gonna have to do at another time because it doesn't drive with work or what I have on. I love these colors though. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist palette. Like, you gotta see it in person. You gotta try it and put it on your skin, and they're like these little white-ish powders that almost all look the same until you put it on your skin, and oh man, like, it's insane what Kat has done with that palette. So my hat is off to her. It's a sick palette. I'm gonna do a little bit of a first impression. I just bought some of the BH Cosmetics brushes, and I haven't used most of them yet. I'm gonna lay down a base with Charm Stone. I haven't even done swatches for these yet, you guys. So this is a true first impressions. This shade is definitely darker than I thought it would be. Also looking at the color scheme of this palette, I would like to do something a little darker and earthier with this burgundy top on. So I'm probably not gonna play with any of the light shades, which is chill. I gotta do my makeup every day, so I'm sure I will try these out like tomorrow. I ended up getting this palette because I wanted a nice light peachy look, and I didn't have like the topper that I wanted to use. Philadelphia transportation is alive and well. All right. I mean, that's kind of pretty on its own, but I'm gonna keep going. But let's do a purple. Ooh, we're gonna do a purple smoky eye today. So I'm gonna put this, just kind of blend that out. This is the shade Top Derby to me. No, this is Delectable, JK. I'm like, y'all stop, quit playing with these names. And then I use Charmed, I'm sure. This Southern palette, man, this is super cute. And then, which shade is it? The Georgia shade is pretty. I don't know how much use I'm gonna get out of that. It's like this light pinky color down at the bottom. And I'm just like, can you guys see? Sorry. I'm not the best at filming, so thanks for bearing with me. All right, I'm gonna do this instead. I am gonna do a purple base, but I'm gonna do a light color on the outside. Get creative today. I'm gonna go in with Nectar. We're just gonna see what this looks like. I'm gonna go in this on the outer V. Ready to go. All right, I'm gonna take this blender brush. I'm just gonna swipe in the middle of my eye to help blend that, and then go around on the outside. All right, I'm gonna take Summer Yum and Puree together and just kind of blend. Hopefully you guys can see that this is a pigmented palette. All right, so that's that. I'm happy. It's cute. It smells delicious. I'm just be sniffing my eyes all day during my meetings. Be like, I'm busy, just Don't bother me. This meeting is boring. Don't bother me. This is the Essence Superfine Eyeliner Pen. The tip on this bad boy is amazing. All right, so the last thing I'm going to try before I put on my mascara is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. So I just ran out of MAC Fix Plus, and I was like, well, I'm in Sephora, and I got to get these points together for this year. So what do I buy? And I didn't like how tacky the Urban Decay setting spray was, but it serves a different purpose. Like, I found that the Max Fix Plus helped me look less powdery, which is what I need. I need something hydrating, kind of help everything I just put on blend together. I'm not going out somewhere where I need to use all-nighter. So that much protection, I'll say, is not needed for me. So she recommended this. It's apparently very hydrating. I'm gonna give myself a quick mist. Ooh. I'm gonna just over mist me. It's got an odor to it. We'll let this dry. It's got a really strong odor to it. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's hydrating. Wow. It's like horrendously hydrating. Yeah, so if I can remember at the end of the day to come back and film, I will. If not, I'll just keep my thoughts and maybe like put in some comments or something down below. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know if you guys have picked up some of these products, or if you're planning on doing any shopping in Sephora. I would love to hear about it. And have a great day. All right, let me turn you guys this way. Okay. Hi. I wanted to check in really quickly. There's some construction going on right now, so we're gonna do this in my bathroom. Thoughts. So you can definitely still see the highlight. I mean, I didn't put too much on this side, but you can see it right here. Kind of see it right there. I did blot around, excuse me, around 10:30, so I think that might have taken some of it off. I didn't put a lot on to begin with. I believe you guys can see a little bit better. I'll just hold you up against the wall. So yeah, one thing I noticed with the contour shade is that it is super red compared to my skin. So you can see it like in my hairline, where I guess I didn't blend it out enough. It was worse when I got to work today and whatnot, when I'm applying my makeup. In terms of the powder, so I'm not sure how I feel. I think for all over, it's nice to have a cohesive look after you put on all these different shades and buff it all together. So I like that. That's a pro. Thinking back to this morning, I didn't like cake my face in powder. So I got really oily earlier, I would say, in the day today, and I ended up blotting, and I have a photo of it. I might not post it because it's kind of gross, but if I do, that's the reality of how my day went. So I definitely had to blot. Even now, in real life, it's not bad, but on the camera, you can kind of see where I'm oily. I will say, like, I like the way it sits on my face, but you know, I can't really fault the powder too much for things showing through, because that's dependent upon how I applied my makeup this morning. I like it. I don't think it's too dark for my skin. I didn't do as big of a contrast as I normally do in the past, with that darker contour and my highlight and concealer color being the same. So I think I just look kind of more of like one color today, which I can't fault the setting powder for that happening. But I like it. I mean, I look great. Like, I'm looking at myself. I look great in person. So having to blot once, like I have to do that anyways. I think it just happened earlier during the day. So I'll get a little closer. So yeah, I didn't put on like super full coverage, but I feel like I got more coverage than when like I normally do. So big ups to the powder. I would recommend it, I think, against what I normally do, and see if it's better or not. So also, eyeshadow was kind of not existent anymore. That Urban Decay primer though is not my favorite, so I'm kind of I need to try another one that I have, and I'm searching for one that I'm going to like. You can kind of tell a little bit. Most of it's gone though, but I like the way I look right now in general. So 2 thumbs up to everything. As a first impression, I'm pretty pleased. Some stuff, y'all, when you try it, you're like, nope, it's not for me. Or yes, that's for me, and I'm never buying anything else. So I'm glad that I have a more realistic contour shade. That's exciting. And I do like the powder. So yeah. That is about it. Comment down below if you have purchased any of the stuff that I purchased. Let's chat about it. And other than that, have a good day. I will see you guys shortly. It's time for me to start my weekend. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Bye, everyone.